Hello, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of Kind of Hot, Kind of Healthy. I believe this is episode 84. We are closer to the 100 mark than we are not. And I feel some type of way about it. The 100th episode is going to have to be something really fun and exciting. And when oh my God, I love when like creators and influencers do this, like when they hit like a certain number, like 100,000 followers or something, and they get the balloons. I'm getting balloons for the 100th episode because
Wait, I love that
it's
though.
just so cute. Like it's honestly, I love balloons. Like balloons for every occasion. I just think they're fun and they just make you happy. Like balloons never make like you always are happy when you see a balloon. Like,
What
yeah.
I was gonna say, what if we did some kind of post together where it's like you have the one and then I have a zero and then we have another zero, so it's like we combine, you know what I mean? Like you
Well, I was just gonna
swipe.
like edit us into one picture. Like I'm just gonna have you
Oh, okay.
pose.
Okay.
I mean, I love that. I think that's great, but like visually, I don't know what that would look like. So we have option. We have option. We have time. We have options.
There's nothing like a
Wait,
girl
when
with
would the 100th
options.
episode be? You know what we should do? When you are here for my wedding, we will take a quick picture of just like holding, like we'll put our arms up so it's like we're holding like the
Uh-huh.
balloons, and then
Uh-huh.
like I can, we'll finesse it.
Wait, what
Um,
number is this episode that we're recording right now?
84, 84.
84. So that comes out the first week of June. 85, 86, 87, 88,
Oh, she's doing the
89.
math in real time.
90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's I thought it was August. No, it's September 24th is our 100th.
Oh, wow.
Wait, that's your wedding. When's your wedding weekend?
The 28th, it's on a Sunday, so the 26th is the
Oh,
Friday.
so we miss it by a week.
No, we don't, though. That's fine. Like, we can talk about the 100th episode, and it's fine. Like, it's fine. It's fine. Like, that's fine. It literally doesn't matter.
But it does.
It matters, but like, it's fine. The people get the vibe. The people understand. They know we are a little sometimes chaotic. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard, you guys. It's hard when you are not in the same place as somebody because there's only so much you can do. There's only so much photoshopping that I know how to do. All right. It's not
Yeah.
great. It's good. It's silly. We're laughing. Our edits are laughing. My allergies are like kicking my ass today. I am just feeling like stuffy and gross. And it's like, I fear it's not the vibe. I'm like, don't know what to do.
Well, at least you don't look stuffy and gross. You sound a little
Oh,
bit,
okay.
but not, not
I don't
like
look, I don't look puffy. Okay.
no, no.
Good. It's good. That's a
Yeah.
good thing because the worst is a puffy face when you're not feeling good.
Yeah.
You're looking in the mirror and you're like, who's that bitch? Who's that bitch? Couldn't be me. I'm good.
Oh god.
Um, any updates that you have? We have a couple of like kind of like
This week in
interesting
pop.
yeah, this week in pop topics. I don't know what Maddie's talking about. She doesn't know what I'm talking about, and that always makes
Amazing.
for like an exciting thing because I love when like the operative you loves something and you get to like explain it to somebody else. It's just
Mhm.
fun. But before we dive into that, any updates, anything that is like noteworthy?
Hmm. Noteworthy updates. Oh, my car search continues. We talked about the cars. I was like
Yeah.
going car shopping, went and saw the first car. Oh, it was so dirty, so disgusting. Like they could have taken the trash out of the car, like before I
Was
went and
this at
saw it.
like a dealership, or is this somebody like selling it
Yes.
privately?
Yes. Yeah. We went to two dealerships and the first one was like a tiny dealership
And they
and
didn't clean the car?
No, and, like, we walked into, like, the office building, and, like, the one guy was just sitting on the couch, like, didn't even get up and say hello. It was just, like, really weird. Me and my dad were just like, "What is going on here?" Like, it was just, like,
No.
very weird. Yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
car was disgusting. My dad, like, looked under the everything and was like, "There's definitely some, like, oil things, like, happening here." So did not come back for not going back to that car. Saw another car, a Subaru, and I it was so funny, I don't think I told you this. I was going in, like, fully well established in my brain that I was not paying the sticker price because they upcharge everything at a dealership, and he was like, "Oh, okay, so, like, what's your offer?" And I what did I offer? I offered, like, 1,500 lower. And then he was like, "Well, how'd you come up with that offer?" And I'm like, "I don't know. My dad told me the alignment needed fixed. There was some issues with the brakes. It's an older car. It's a 2011." So I was like, based on what I saw. That's what I
Yeah.
said. That's like, I don't really know. And they met me only $500 up. So like it was actually about a thousand
Good
lower than
negotiation.
yeah. But I wasn't, like, sold on it, so I'm glad I trusted my gut and didn't get that one. I'm going to see another car tomorrow. It's a
Yeah.
newer car. It's a Subaru Impreza, and it looks newer. It's, like, a year older. What, you don't know?
It's a small car.
It's a small but not a compact car.
No, it is.
What?
Yeah, when I was leasing
Oh,
my
no.
you might like it. I felt claustrophobic.
Oh, okay.
It's small. It's small.
But it's bigger than a, like, a small car. Oh, okay. Well, we'll see. I'm
You'll
going to see it
see.
tomorrow.
You will see for yourself. I looked at it because when I was leasing my car that I have now, um I was just looking at all types of options because I was like, okay, I'm going to lease one more time and then I will buy a car. Um And I sat in it and I was like, not that you're going to be trying to put a car seat in the back of your car, but I was like, car seat, I'll get like one car seat in here. It feels small. James is
Mm.
going to feel small in here. Like I'm used to having an SUV and it is
Mhm.
not an SUV. It is a small car. But you know what?
Mm.
You might love it. It might be perfect for you. It's just I know you were looking at SUVs and it's not an SUV.
Hmm, good point. Okay, well,
But
car search.
no, go into it. You
Yeah,
might love it. And like all Subarus have all-wheel drive.
yeah.
So it is lower to the ground, but like it would still be better to drive in the snow, but just, go in with don't let them trick you. Cause you walk into a dealership and they start doing these like Jedi mind tricks, and I'm like, where's my husband? I don't know what I'm doing. I need a man.
Yeah, no, 100%. So, we'll go and see that. I like the Forester, Subaru
Mm.
Forester, except it just I like to, like, do things that make me feel more elevated, and it just feels dated. So, it's just like, I just felt like I was in a dated car, and it's not.
I had the touring Subaru Forester. You never saw it, but ooh, that she was sleek. She was top of the line like
Wait, the
that.
one I sent you?
No, but mine was called it was a Forester Touring. So it was the top of the line model.
Oh,
And it
okay.
was like brown leather interior. It had all the bells and I sound
Mm,
like a grandma. It had all the bells and whistles, but like that
mhm.
shit was luxury. And then I sat in like a Forester like sport, and I was like, where's the luxury? Like, mama
Yeah,
wants the
yeah.
luxury. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that fine line between, I don't I really used to look at cars as A to B. I had a Honda Accord that was literally 4,000 it was 5,000, and I was like, "I'll pay you in cash, give me
Hey,
1,000 off,"
she
and
got you from A to B. She did.
she did. But now I wanna be like, "Okay, let's go to A to B, but, like, feel good, be in the vibe." Like, I do have jewelry on, like, I wear jewelry like, I just feel like I'm more up
You
leveled in
also
my
need
life.
a safe car, though. You need a car that's
Yes,
gonna
yes.
last.
Yes. So it's like finding that balance of
Yes,
like what I
yes,
want. So, and I was like putting a lot of pressure on myself to find a car. And my dad was like, calm down. Like, you will find a car. You don't have to buy the first thing you see. I'm
yes.
really glad I didn't because I almost bought an overpriced Forester.
Right.
So we're just gonna keep searching. That's the update in the car
Yeah.
search.
Yeah. And I mean, as I said last week, you're not looking for like a box on wheels. So you
Yeah.
have to, you have to put a certain amount of investment in. If you want to not be car shopping in like 5 years, you do your research, you put money into it. Like it is just an investment. Like I told this story before, but the crazy thing about my dad is he is so incredibly generous. He is very
And your mom. And your
successful.
mom.
Yes, my mom. But this is where my dad comes. Like this is all my dad. My mom is
Mhm.
not involved in our cars at all. Like when we turned 16, my dad got my sister and I cars. They were questionable. So let's not come in here and be like it was absolutely the most generous thing ever. Thank you, Dad. They were insane. My car was $500 and it was sitting in someone's driveway for like 2 years. He did get it detailed, but there were cigarette burns in some of the seats. The ashtray was full of cigarette. Like it was,
uh,
but it was my car. It got me to where I needed to go. And then my sister, she had a Jeep and it was super fun. Like because she got her license like sophomore year because she's on the older side. So she was like the only sophomore who could drive. And I'm like,
that was me
I was in
too.
eighth grade. So I was like, wow, like my big sis, like we are rolling, we are vibing. And she had a Jeep, also pretty fucking wonky. So my dad, it's just super funny how he like views cars. Like he doesn't view it as an investment. But then I told my dad, I was like, after my car like broke down, shit the bed, and I had to get a new car, I was like, Dad, you realize you paid 500 for it, but you probably put in over $5,000 worth of work. And he's like, yeah, yeah, I did. And I'm like, maybe we would be smarter about it. And he's like, yeah, you know, like didn't care. It doesn't matter. It's
Yeah.
just like, oh, it's good. My kid would love it. It's like, whatever. But it's crazy. But don't be my dad. Don't be my dad. And
Yeah, that's what I wanna avoid with buying a older car. A 2011's one I looked at, and I was like, 2011, it's 2025, like, it's gonna need some work,
yeah.
like,
I
that's
would
and
at
then
least aim for like a 2015 if you can.
I know my Honda Accord was 2010, so it wasn't much better.
But Subarus do hold their value and they
Run
can
forever.
get you through phew, the worst of times, the best of times. I love my Subaru. I'm a Subaru girl. My next car will like I'll buy when I buy it out. I'll probably just do pre-owned because
Yeah, I don't think a new car is worth anything. My mom
yeah.
was telling me that my grandpa would always say, like, "Ah, new cars are a waste of money," and that's all he ever bought was new cars, like Jaguars, this. I was like, "When wa" I mean, he did have a Jaguar, which we did inherit, and then we sold it because, like, who needs a Jaguar with, like, 2 younger kids, you know? But I'm like,
Um,
"Why
what are you saying?
a Jaguar?"
A Jaguar?
A
It sounds like you're
Jaguar.
saying Jaguar.
How do you say it?
Jaguar. Like a Jaguar.
Yeah, Jaguar.
You're saying like Jaguar.
That's how you say it.
Jaguar. Like the animal. Jaguar.
Okay, say sorry.
Sorry.
Say room.
Room.
No,
Go to your
you've never
bedroom.
s you
Go
n
to your
say it
bedroom.
again.
Room. Go to
Yeah,
your bedroom.
rum, rum.
Room. Room.
Yeah, Jaguar.
Jaguar. Jaguar. War. I don't know. I don't know nothing about a jaguar. A jag.
I don't know
She's got a
nothing about that
jaguar.
rum.
It's a bedroom. Go to your bedroom.
But anyway, that's all he ever bought, and I'm like, "That's so weird," but anywho, yeah, so no brand new car because that's dumb. But yeah, my next car after this one will be a nice. I might do like a Volvo, like a black sleek Volvo. That's what I love. But like this was my next nicer car, not my Honda Accord. Get me to A to B, and hopefully it doesn't die, which it ended up dying eventually. So that's your car update. another dating update. Let's take a poll from the audience.
Audience
What
poll, if you're watching on YouTube, vote in the comments.
if you're watching on TikTok, because Allie will clip this. This will be
Oh,
a good
oh, I
clip.
will make a poll. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, 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 yes. When you buy a gift for someone you are seeing, is that like a birthday gift? What's like the serious level? Because eBay Man's birthday is coming up. I bought him a birthday gift. Granted, it was $12, okay? It's more of
Okay.
like a sentimental thing.
Okay.
It does that mean you're like how serious? Like, what's the poll? Well, maybe we need to redo this, recut it. I don't know. Now my question is, okay,
Okay,
my
yeah.
go ahead.
Reset the question. Reset the
Reset
question.
the question. Sorry, all over the place. The question is, when you I don't know what the question is. What do you think the
I think
question is?
it's maybe is it okay. Is
See?
it too soon to buy a birthday gift if we are not like officially dating? Because
Mhm,
you are not seeing other people. You've had that
mhm,
conversation, but you're
mhm.
not exclusive boyfriend girlfriend.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
So the question, is it too soon to buy a birthday present when you're exclusively seeing each other, but
But
not
you're not
officially
exclusively
dating?
seeing each other.
Well, we kind of are because I told him I am not seeing other people,
You're
and
not
he said
seeing other people, but it's
yeah.
not like exclusive. Like he is not your boyfriend. Like you're the step below. Like you guys are still trying to
Oh,
navigate it, but you are saying, I'm not pursuing other people. You're not pursuing other people. Let's explore this before there's a level of commitment.
correct.
I mean, yeah. Um, I do think a gift is totally okay, but it's not something you want a huge monetary investment
No,
because
it's
you're still getting to know
$12.
this person. Yeah, I think that like a good book, something that maybe you guys have an inside joke about, I think that's totally fine. But like a cologne or something more like luxurious or a little bit more
Mhm,
intimate, I think would be weird. But I think
mhm.
something, yeah, I think your it was a book.
Yeah.
I love that. I think that's perfect.
And, like, I love supporting, like, little small,
Yeah.
used bookstores, pre-owned bookstores. And it's in my favorite little area of Pittsburgh, which I really want to move to, Squirrel Hill. But in the yeah, I've always like, this is, like, literally the best birthday present ever. He loves history and literature, and it's I think I sent it to you. It's a
Yeah.
book. I'm not gonna say the name because it has
Oh yeah. Oh
his
yeah, yeah,
name in
yeah.
it, so we're just not gonna do that. But yeah, so we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, I would like to hear people's feedback though, because
Mhm.
and it's actually really funny that you say this question because I'm rewatching Real Housewives of New York to feel something. The truth is I needed to feel something, but then for my bachelorette trip, which I talked about last week, we are doing a Real Housewives night and I just needed to like rechannel my Dorinda and just like get back into like my roots. So
Yeah, yeah.
anyway, one of the women was asking the other woman, they're like, oh, like, what is the etiquette on gift gifting? Like, if you're just newly dating this guy, but it's his birthday and he tells you it's his birthday and like things are coming up, like, what type of gift would you get? What's the etiquette? So it's funny that you bring this up because it is kind of a question mark of
Yeah.
do I get you something? Obviously, I want to acknowledge your birthday, but we're still getting to know each other. What's the proper protocol? So I think a book is great. I think it's great. Yep.
We'll see. We'll have to give an update on what happens with said book. I was like, if I buy this, am I jinxing myself? Because like
Oh, no. No, no, no. That's not even real. That's just like fake things that people just make up. You're not going to jinx yourself.
that's true. I'm very much Brandon, before we get into this week in pop
Yes.
culture, one of my love languages is buying gifts. Like I love that's so much thought into that. I
Yeah,
love
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
and then now I'm gonna like thank God he's out of town. I'm like, I just want to give it to him now. But his birthday is not like for a couple weeks. So that is one of my love language. Is gift giving one of your love languages?
I love I love gift giving, but in the way of maybe throwing somebody a party, right? Like
Mm.
I guess that might fall under acts of service, but it's more of
Mm.
like for a special occasion, like the gift of this is your birthday. I want to throw a beautiful birthday for you. I want to throw like I did a bridesmaids luncheon. Like I want to
Mm.
give you little gifts and make delicate little sandwiches and like have the good music and put the fireplace on. Like I treat that as like a gift, but I also love
Mhm.
buying something and wrapping it. And I like to make things look beautiful because
Mhm.
I think a lot of the times we are just so like inundated with like the Amazon Prime and doing things quickly and all this sort of stuff that like to
Mhm.
slow down and buy somebody a thoughtful gift or to
Mm.
host like a beautiful birthday party or something and just like put love into something for them. Oh, it makes me so happy.
Mm. I like that. Yeah, I feel like one of the things that I've been doing nervous system wise is to slow down, slow
Grab the
down.
wall, wiggle like you're trying to make your ass fall off.
Stop.
You were like you were trying to be so serious, but like it was very poetic. I had to. I had to.
I can't stop laughing. I'm crying. I hate you. Um, okay, back to that. Slow down and yeah, not grab the wall. Um, but enjoy things and be more present
Yeah.
and just like sometimes when I find myself rushing, I'm like slow is fast, fast is slow, slow is fast. Like I don't need to like rush everything and be running from
Mm,
every and be chaos. Like I
mm.
don't want to live in that, and that's also like just something uh you probably experience, I've experienced, with just like getting out of that loop of that chaos loop.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah.
so yeah. But anyway, so yeah, we will I will give an update when the update is due about how he receives said present.
I love it. Yeah, I'm excited. I think it'll be good. It's yeah, we'll have to see. And I want to hear in the comments, like, are we out of touch or are we right on the money?
I think we're on the money.
I think we're on the money. I mean, I always think I'm right, so it's fine.
If I'm wrong, I don't want to be right.
Oh my God. Yeah, honestly. Okay, this week in pop, I want to hear about Maddie texted me. I was like, okay, what are we talking about tomorrow? I had a couple ideas in my head, and she says this thing, and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Oh, now she's coughing. Okay.
Hey, at least the audio is better this week. Sorry about last week. We figured it out.
Yeah, that was wild.
That was so fucking terrible. I hate when it's bad audio, so I apologize. Forgive me. Okay, we're talking about the Wizard Liz. And if you're like, what the fuck did you just say? The Wizard Liz. So I found her probably from TikTok. So she's a TikToker, started on YouTube, I think, and then came on TikTok. I'm not 100% sure.
Mm-hmm.
So there are many conflicting things about like what's accurate about her life. How did she get to where she was it from a guy? Where did all the money come from? X, Y, and Z. So she essentially started off on YouTube, and it was very much motivational, becoming higher value woman, so to speak, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I don't know how to explain it. Like, what did she put on here? Hold on. Empowering young woman. There we go. I was
Okay,
like trying
okay.
to think like the best way to put it. But like it's very like I was watching a lot of her videos, like middle-ish of divorce, because I would just kept coming up on my feed, and it was very much empowerment. Like you are the prize, you are this. Like you can create any type of reality that you want. Like going for a better job, this, that, all in that realm of like women empowerment.
Yeah.
And so she became super famous from that. She's like a millionaire. She comes from a background where she was basically like financially providing for her mother and her sister, and her dad was an alcoholic and like abusive, and they were very 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 poor. And now she bought them a house, and her dad's no longer in the picture. All that kind of like American dream esque, where she comes up into money.
Yeah.
So the exact order of how she got money, was it from guys? Was it from her own, YouTube channel? Differing opinions. So essentially, what she was showing on TikTok was like, you will get like, she talked about love a lot and talked about like the partner you deserve, and like, always keeping your standards so fucking high, like so high. Well,
Yeah.
finally she meets Brandon, and Brandon is a video game streamer, and he gets introduced into the picture. I think when I don't know exactly the timeline of when it gets introduced, but I've been seeing a lot of like the how they met story, but they met
Okay.
somehow YouTube or whatever. And they bumped into each other like fates, you could say, like a meet cute at the airport after they had known each other for a while via YouTube. They bumped
Okay.
it together at the airport, and then it became this huge love story. She put him on her platform. It became, how'd you guys meet? How'd you get him? And it became of like, this woman was so like, her standards so high, so high. Here's this knight in shining armor who meets those standards, buys her a fat 100K thousand engagement ring. She basically, he builds his platform because he's showing up on her platform, and she
Okay.
has these high standards of men for herself, for her life. She's beautiful, like all these things. Oh, it came crumbling down.
Yeah. Okay.
People started noticing there's like a thing called hair theory. Have you ever heard that?
No.
So, hair theory and just your appearance theory, and she also talked about this, is when you're
Okay.
with a man that's like leeching from your energy and your femininity, you start getting ugly. Your hair changes, you stop doing things, your light gets dimmed. I can agree with that. Coming
Okay.
from coming
Okay.
from a relationship where I was oogly, like oogly, yes. And it wasn't like he was leeching that out of me. It's just like kind of like you're pouring energy into your partner and helping them, or into trying to fix it, and you just stop focusing on yourself. So
Yeah.
for me that's accurate. Can't
Yeah.
speak for everyone else, but
Hmm.
it's a thing called hair theory. And so she dyed her hair. It was normally black, and it was like now like this weird brownish kind of poop color, and then she like almost had a mullet for a second because she got a bad haircut. Just, you could tell her energy was leaking. And then they were doing videos together, of course,
Let's
and they
see
were
what she
talking.
looks like.
She's beautiful, but very 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 pretty. And then they were doing YouTube videos on talking about like pitfalls and insecurities and in relationships. And watching the footage back, you can see the disgust on her face. He's literally like telling on himself in all of those
Is
videos.
this the guy?
Yes, that's Brandon.
Okay.
You can see, like, you could hear him telling on himself basically of what he did. He
What?
she publicly put what happened, because I mean, it's good on her to do that. Well,
Yeah.
she talks about keeping her standards so high. She left him right after this, which she should. He got caught cheating on her on, guess of what all places?
Like a platform?
Yes, here at lab.
Uh, shoot. I don't know, like Twitch.
Snapchat.
Oh, come on. Everybody in there. Yeah, no, that's not surprising. Everybody. If you have Snapchat in the
Delete
year
it.
of 2025, check yourself because that's not good. Oh my God. Okay.
On
Now,
top of that, she's 4 months pregnant with his baby.
okay, I did see that when I looked up her. It said,
Yep.
yeah. Okay.
And she only found out because the girl told her, and the girl is a raving fucking fan of hers.
Oh,
Yep.
so she like single white female her. She wanted to like be her with her guy.
Well, he wanted to, and I've watched a few videos on this, on why never to platform a man no matter what. And I was like, oof, oof, oof. Because he has always been jealous of her. She had a bigger platform. She's making way more money than him. He
Okay.
wanted to humble her. Watching the videos back, he was literally saying how he was going to cheat on her and like why men would
What?
cheat. He basically was telling on himself the whole time. Like they were talking about when partners cheat because of insecurities, and he was like, "Well, yeah, I mean, there could be an insecurity. You're talking to." So I
Oh.
didn't watch all of it, but you can just see the little pieces of evidence where he was saying why men cheat. He was doing the whole entire time.
So he's almost coming from a place of, yeah, I could understand why a man would cheat and this, and this. And it's like
Yes.
leaking truth. Oh,
Yes, and, like, that's what men like that do is where they basically cheat on you with a raving fan because they wanna humble you, and he wanna say, like, "Oh, I got the wizard Liz, her everything."
oh.
She is like she could have billionaires, CEO, whoever she wanted, but she picked this guy who was lower than her, and he wanted to trap her and got her, proposed to her, got her pregnant. Now it's 4 months, and wherever your stance is on abortion and all those things, she there's really not much you can do at that point, and so she left. Good for fucking her. Why would you stay with that?
Yeah.
So, yep,
Yeah, no. That's, ooh, that's
yep.
not a good
And then it gets
situation.
worse. I
Oh.
didn't watch all he puts up apology videos. Oh,
Oh, not an
they
apology video from a
on
white
on his
man.
on his stories on Instagram. Oh, they were terrible. Like
No,
he's just
see, that's the bullshit. Do not put it on your Instagram story. That goes away in 24 hours. Do like a fucking notes page, screenshot it, put it on your feed. Put it
Yep.
on your feed.
Well, everyone screen recorded them, put them on
But like,
TikTok.
it's such a cop out. Like
Yes.
any like a personality, influencer, creator, whatever, you can put it on your story, but also put it on your feed because like
Yes.
accountability, like it's going to go away, and sure, people are going to screen grab it and that sort of stuff, but it's almost just like, all right, I put it out there and it's done. But like
Yeah.
it needs to live on your page
Yes.
for at least a
Ever.
little while, like, you know what I mean? Oh my god. Ugh.
Yep. So
What was his
he
apology? Did you see it?
I didn't watch all of it. He just said, "I made a mistake and it's a mistake." Like, no, you were trying to fucking humble her. You trapped her with a baby. Uh, I mean, it's just, I mean, that's just so surprising me that that all happened. I didn't watch it all, but he
It's
was just so
surprising to
like
you?
to her that it happened to her because she is like creme de la creme. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
but that's, you always have these like loser men, and I
mhm.
think women are much more likely to be with someone like for love, and like they don't care
It
as much
was love,
about certain
yeah.
things, right? Like we are much more open to being like, oh, like I love you for who you are, and certain other things don't matter to me. And so it's not surprising necessarily. She's this successful, beautiful, probably, I don't know her, I'm assuming intelligent person, and
Mhm.
she found love. Like she found someone that she was like, oh my God, like I love this person. And then he's over there like, oh, I love her, but also, how could this help me? We're both creators. Let's stream together. Let's cross platforms. Let's do all this sort of stuff. And we're helping each other. And it's like she didn't need the
Mhm.
help. You needed the
Mhm.
help. Oh my goodness, what a
Mhm.
loser.
There was something else I was going to say, now it's, out of my brain, hold on 1 second.
Yeah. I am completely shooketh by this man. I'm gonna have to do my own little research when it comes to the clips. I'll try and find videos to stitch because if anybody else, if you guys know about this topic, drop it in the comments. And then we'll have to talk about this on TikTok. Like I am
Yeah,
just, oh,
I know. What was the other thought I had in my brain? Now it's annoying me that I can't remember. I can't
it'll
remember,
come
but
back around.
it'll come back. So, yeah. So, we'll see what happens from there. So I was watching her name is Cecilia Regina, I think. I'll put her insert or her TikTok below. But she talks a lot about this kind of dynamic with women and women empowerment and when you have a platform, what happens when women platform their relationships and why she never will. And she said, "You will never know if I'm single, if I'm in a relationship, or if I'm married." Why? Because as soon as women start to talk about their significant other, all of their content starts to get put around them. And women tend to just kind of out of a natural thing. I 100% did this on my close friends list. So I know I'm like, oh, I agree. Where they feel this pressure to make things sound better than they are. So, like, when you see a happy anniversary post or happy birthday post, a woman to a man, the longer the caption, the more toxic a relationship. That's usually how it
Yeah.
goes.
But I don't
And
agree that every person in a like a woman, I don't think that every person who creates content and they show their marriage or relationship makes it all about the man. I think it's
right. Well, let me
I
finish the
think it
thought.
is a certain trope of men and
Yes.
women.
Yes, but here's where the thought continues and where I was like, that makes sense. We tend to want to make things sound better than they are. And women tend to make the relationship kind of this like fantasy thing where now, because they're like, oh, well, I'm showing it to my friends and family. And you kind of indulge a little bit on how romantic, how this, how that, because other women are now idealizing that relationship and how did you get that man and tell me I
Mm.
want to like the amount of comments I see where it's like women showing their men and like something hot they did or whatever, and it's like, tell me the prayer you did like to get that man. You know what I mean? It's always like that. So I agree heavily with that. It's like women tend to flock to that, and then you're almost like embellishing the details of things. I've definitely done that. I've over romanticized like bare
Mm.
minimum treatment, and that's just me. Like, I've done that. And hearing
I
that, I was
think
like,
it
"Oh,
comes from like a wounded place.
mm,
'Cause I do agree, the more a caption on an anniversary post, it's very telling. And I'm not
yes,
saying that like my relationship is perfect, but we are very much like I don't really for social media, I don't really post a lot
yeah,
for I mean my relationship or like with other people. Like I'm not going to do this big like happy birthday post or for people, Mother's Day or Father's Day or anything like that. Like I just feel like it doesn't really it to me it doesn't matter, but I can also understand when you're in a wounded place, you almost put it out there because it convinces you and you're trying to convince other people. So I get both sides, and you're right, a lot of people like there's this creator. I follow like a lot of different creators, but this one couple that I'm thinking of specifically, I always just look at their comments because my attention span is of a fly. And so when I'm watching a TikTok, I'm gonna like read the comments. And you're right, people do a lot of the time, a lot of the women or whoever in the comments, they do kind of put so much like they put that relationship that they really know nothing about on a pedestal.
hmm
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
hmm
who is this account you said? Cecilia something. We'll put her in the
I could tell you, un
okay.
momento,
That's interesting.
Cecilia, Cecilia, oh, Cecilia Regina 275.
275. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely interesting. Yeah,
Mhm.
that not Snapchat in the year 2025.
2 weeks in a row.
And I hope. Yeah, yeah, get your ass off Snapchat just to be safe. Just to be safe.
Yeah,
Get off Snapchat. It's a scary place out there.
yeah, delete that app, you don't need it. Clear your
Oh my
storage.
goodness. Oh, that poor girl. Oh.
I know, yeah, so
Well, if there's an update, we will have to see it, but I think I might have to do a bit of a deep dive myself into this while I'm maybe doing cardio later. I'll just like if there's a YouTube like kind of uh what do you like documentary, if you will, breaking it down. Um,
Oh, I will send you Cecilia's because it was a really good breakdown
oh,
because,
slay, perfect. Send it to me on Instagram
she
or
was at
TikTok.
I'll send to you right now before I forget. Okay. Sent.
Good. Okay, well, in other TikTok news, on a completely opposite note, right? Like, this is a toxic relationship. This is sad. On the complete opposite note, I was asking Maddy, and I'm curious if you guys follow these creators. So, Hallie, Kate, and Jazz, they are two New York content creators, influencers. They're friends with Brand Flakes,
Mm.
like all that whole group.
Mhm.
So Jazz and her now husband, they just got married last weekend. And everybody on TikTok was like, the royal wedding, getting ready for the royal wedding. This is my royal wedding. And it was just such a beautiful thing. And I was telling James about it. And I was like, the parasocial relationship that I have with this wedding is just like, you
Mhm.
see the TikToks, you see, how they met. And I really like the way that, like, Jazz showed up on her wedding, because everybody's like, Jazz, like, be present, get off TikTok, it's your wedding. And it's like, she was like, I would not have this wedding if I didn't have you guys like following me, allowing me to get paid partnerships. Like, this wedding would not have happened without you guys. And so she wanted to document a lot of it. And she's like, guys, like, I spent 20 minutes on my phone like the whole day. Like, it looked like a lot, but like, I had my assistant helping me. I had other people helping me, but like, I wanted to share this. And it was just like, I thought it was so nice, because obviously there are parts where like content creators will not share certain things, and I respect that.
Mhm.
But as
Mhm.
much as they are willing to share, I just kind of love it, because I'm like, I feel like you're letting people into an intimate moment of your life. And kept saying, like, I wouldn't have this without you guys. Like, I would
Yeah.
literally not have be able to afford this wedding, have these paid partnerships, have this platform. So like, I wanted to give you guys somewhat of a sneak peek. Like, I would never invite you guys to my wedding. That would be weird, but I wanted to
Mhm.
show you this. And it just made me feel like so happy and excited, and like, you're just watching these girls just hustle, and like, they're best friends. Hallie was her maid of honor. Like, you're just watching them like be so successful, garner this following. They I just love the trope of like, just like these women like best friends, and the whole wedding experience. And her husband, his name is Kevin, he's not like super online, but like, he'll be in like some of her videos, and they'll do like the brand partnerships together. But I was like, this whole thing just like makes me so happy, and it's so wholesome. And like, that's the weird thing about like TikTok and social media, is like, on the one hand, there's like such toxicity and like men being horrible and people being on Snapchat and this whole gross thing. And then on
Mhm.
the other side of it, it's like, you have just like this beautiful like parasocial relationship. And like, I literally was like refreshing my TikTok feed, because I was like, I loved her dress. The venue was amazing. She had the venue where they filmed the blank space music video for Taylor Swift. Um,
Oh.
Everybody wore, it was a black tie affair. It was just, the devil is in the detail. I always say that. It just
Mm.
looked so beautiful. She looked so happy. They just like, I was just like, I'm living for this. Like, I don't know what else happened last weekend, because I was so into the royal wedding, if you will. And I just, oh my God, I was just like so obsessed. And I thought it was just so cool how before the wedding she had acknowledged, like, I want to share bits and pieces with you guys, because I wouldn't be able to afford this without you. And then after, she was like, you guys were asking me how I made all these videos and still enjoyed myself. And she's like breaking it down. Like, she treats her posting truly like a business, because it is. But she's like, I have my assistant. I was having people help me. I have a second phone. My assistant's on the phone doing this and that. And it just, I was like, I was just obsessed with the whole thing. And like, the crazy thing of it all, which shook me, was she had three dresses. I was like, go off, queen. Like,
Wow.
go off. Yeah, it was like this big, beautiful, like, ball gown strapless moment. Like, the waist was snatched. That's what she walked down the aisle with. And then coming into the reception, She had I was a strapless dress, but it was more fitted. And then the top of the second dress she wore again, and then it went with a different skirt, and then she had this like different top on. It was just, the whole thing was so beautiful, and everything was really manicured, and I just was obsessed. Like, oh my God, I was dying. I was like, crazy. The whole thing was crazy. She probably spent, I was like looking in the comments, and people were like, okay, wedding planners, check in. How much do you think this costs? And someone was like, oh, probably upwards of 350,000. Which, I mean, that is amazing that you're like, that's why you're thanking your followers. Like, that's amazing. And like, fuck, if you can afford that, fucking go off. Like, I
Yeah.
think sometimes with like the wedding culture, like sometimes things are extravagant, and like if you can't afford it, then that's okay. Like, I understand you want your dream day, but like you don't put all your money into one day if you can't afford it. But like if
Yeah.
you can afford it, fucking go off. Like, we are super super lucky that like our families are helping us, and like we wouldn't probably be able to have everything that we wanted if our families like weren't being so generous, just like being honest. Um and so I just was dying over it. And now I'm just like, I literally cannot wait for our wedding. Like, I'm just dying. Like, I need it now. But I'm also not ready. I don't have any, like, I like my notes app is like everything that still needs to be done, but I was just dying. I was like, "Oh my God, I want to take so many videos, not for like necessarily posting, but just to have all these memories, and being able to like look back, and just like being silly, like with my girlfriends, with like our groomsmen, just like everybody. Like, I just want a
Mhm.
ton of videos, because like I'm like, I will be laying in bed like a week after the wedding, just like watching
Oh,
it.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Mhm.
like before we all go home, we'll just like be in the hotel room. We'll like all get in one bed, and like let's have a debrief, and let's like look at all the videos and pictures. And I'm living for it. It's gonna be such like a this is girlhood weekend.
That sounds so nice. If I ever do it again, I hope I have that kind of, excitement towards it because I might not to bring down the mood, but I was just like,
Okay.
"Oh god, I don't wanna." Not that I don't wanna do it, it's just like
Yeah.
there was some I had to do everything and I didn't wanna do anything, so, like, for me, it was polar opposite, and, like,
So you chose to not have like a bridal party.
I didn't want a wedding, I just
You didn't
wanted
want
to
to,
elope.
okay. So do you think that that kind of plays into why you were doing a lot of things by yourself? Because like peace and love, this is about me, not about you. I'm trying to figure out how to say this eloquently. Um, James is stylist. He doesn't get the vision. Like the vision, like
Yeah.
I am picking all of the design and picking everything. I will ask him, but the decision's already made. And he knows that. He's like, I just want you to be happy. I just want you to be happy. And I'm like, slay. So when he said he had two requests. And so when he requests something, I know that that's important. And like that is happening. But everything else is like, he doesn't really, he's like, whatever makes you happy. And I'm like, slay. Do you think that, and so this is where my bridesmaids, my maid of honors, because I have two, because of course we have to just do everything so extra, because why not? Do you think if you had more of that like girl energy, it would have felt easier, or no?
Maybe,
Okay.
but when I don't have any type of parameters, some kind of box to work within,
Okay.
I don't know what to do. A great example. Every time we try to pick a vacation, it'd be like, "Where do we wanna go? The world is our oyster."
Oh,
I can't, like, give me a
zero
state,
it
give
in.
me Yes. So, for me, it was, like, way too many decisions,
Mm,
way too much, like, I don't know, and so it was just on top of running a business, on top of everything else. It was just
yeah.
like I did not want all that pressure, and that's exactly what was on me. And then the help that I got from him was, "Well, tell me what to do and I can help." And then those I was like, "I need initiative. I need you to take initiative." And then the things I was getting calls while I was driving on the way to the wedding of, "We need this still, we need that still." So I didn't enjoy really anything. Even when we were taking our photos, we were being rushed by the people, like, waiting to eat or whatever. I'm like, "Just fucking eat." Like, I really wanted to have great photos. Granted, my photos were slamming, so that turned out well, but, like, everything about the whole entire day, I was not able to actually enjoy.
Wow.
Yeah, the whole thing, because it was just like some people were letting me down here, others were there. Like, it was just like people were rushing me. People were late. Like, I just did not enjoy any of it. And I'm like, man, if I do it again, like, and I don't know, in some way, shape, or form, like, I really hope I can go into it the way you're so like, I wasn't excited like that.
You
I was
will.
like,
If it ever happens, there's no question in my mind. You will because I will not allow for you to be stressed about any like literally like I no, that's crazy. And this is the time in your life where you get to boss people around and say, I need you to do this. No ifs, ands, or buts. And like
True.
my sister is my maid of honor. My other best friend is my matron of honor. Um, and then I have three bridesmaids. And like I just like my friend Nicole and Kate like this weekend I was like I need to do wedding stuff. I'm like about to rip my hair out. I need help. We need to do this and this and they're like okay, cool. Like let's go get coffee. We'll do this blah 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 blah. Blah. Like you need that because it is stressful. And like if
Yeah.
it ever happens, if you want it to happen, it is not going to be anything like what it was before because you have more resources now
Hmm.
and like people to essentially boss around and you can boss me. I'm good, boss me around. I want to be bossed around. I said I love making things beautiful for people.
This is true. And 100%, if that does happen, have a totally different type of man who
Yeah, 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 yeah.
who shows up in the way that I need. So yeah, circumstance will be totally different. Who knows what
Yeah,
it would be? I mean, I would have been so happy to just elope and just us two, but no,
that seems
I
much more of your vibe. Like just going
yeah,
somewhere beautiful. Like I could see you like
yeah,
in Italy on the Amalfi Coast, like wearing like just like eloping and
exactly.
like just being by yourselves and having just like this romantic little getaway. That is
That's all I wanted.
seems you. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, excited for your wedding.
I am
I am
so
though.
excited. Like literally so excited. It's going to be I wish you could come for the shower. Like this is why it's so terrible that you live like it's a little too far away.
Yeah.
Like a 4-hour drive would be so much more
Oh yeah, I
manageable.
would
Like
do a 4-hour
an
drive.
like an
Yeah.
8 or 9 hour drive. Oh, kill me. No, that's terrible. So, but it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be so much fun. I can literally cannot wait. Like literally cannot wait. But I also like need time to slow down a little bit because the list is long. And I'm like,
The list is listed.
the list is listing. And James is like, here's my credit card. And I'm like, yes. Well, yes.
Hand it over. Hand it over.
Oh my God. But yeah, I think watching some like just watching okay, social to end this, social media can be like really intense and ugly sometimes. And I think just like watching that experience and like parasocially like being like a part of somebody's day and witnessing and watching and just like celebrating for them, it just like reminds me like okay, humanity is like not all that bad. There are a lot of like bad and scary things that happen every single day, but there are also a lot of like beautiful like little moments and just trying to like hold on to those. um
Yeah.
and oh, you had said, okay, this is where it really stemmed from. You had said the wizard Liz. So it made me think of, so it was supposed to rain over Memorial Day weekend.
Mhm.
Jazz, the bride, literally paid an Etsy witch so like so it wouldn't rain. And then it became this like big thing and it was like other women that were getting married or over Memorial Day weekend like thank you to the witch, thank you to the Etsy witch that Jazz paid because like it's also not raining over my wedding day and if the forecast looks bad on my wedding day, I am literally going to like send her a message and be like what was the Etsy witch's name, or I have to like look on and save it because it was supposed to be a downpour. The weather was beautiful.
Isn't that hilarious how, again, it's just like women supporting other women, social media, giving people like,
Yes.
and this is why I also am such a believer in like literally your whole life can fucking change in 1 minute, in 1 second, in one post that you make if
Yes.
you're an entrepreneur.
Yes.
Because that Etsy witch probably didn't see this coming and she probably is booked and busy.
I'm sure, right? Like you're so right. I don't know what this hair is doing. You're so right. Like I don't know. I have to go look on Jazz's page and see if she like tagged her or whatever. But she could have, just gone on Etsy and literally searched up like Etsy witch or whatever, found
Yeah.
somebody, could have been the first person, clicked, talked with them, and then all of a sudden this person could be, having, huge influx in their business. And I just think that's amazing. And like also just like the thing about like girlhood of just like women supporting women, just
Yep.
like everybody like just like coming together. And it sounds so
Yep.
silly, but it's like there was literally so many posts on my timeline of thank you Jazz for paying that Etsy witch. Like I'm also having beautiful weather. And then Jazz like made like a TikTok and it was like it was some sort of like audio, but it was really funny. And she's like, me because I paid an Etsy witch and everybody else got to have like beautiful wedding weekend. And it's just like, I love that. Like that is just so like girlhood coded. And so I need to have that in my back pocket. It's not gonna rain
Yeah.
on my wedding day, but I'm gonna have something in my back pocket. And like,
We love.
it's gonna be fine. It's literally gonna be fine. I would be because the venue, there is an indoor option, but the venue is the venue we picked because of the
The outdoor.
literal gondola ride up the hill to a mountaintop and an amphitheater.
Mm.
It'll be fine.
Uh,
If I need to give my first child to an Etsy witch, that's fine. I will do it. I'll just crank out babies. But no, it's all great. We're putting it out there. Knock on wood, cross your fingers, dot your I's, dot your T's, all that bullshit. Dot your I's, cross your T's. Um, yeah. Is there anything else as we're like, I think I might have just blacked out. I am like really
okay.
I all of a sudden I just, and you like are aware of like, wow, I'm a human.
I can't remember the last time I had that feeling, but yeah,
Just
kinda.
right now. Just right now. I'm like, ah, what?
I had something health for us to talk about, but also I realized I have a hard stop, so maybe we can
Oh,
just keep today as like a pop culture thing.
yes, 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 yes. She has a hard stop, so we must go. We'll keep you on your toes. You should write it down and we'll bring it up next episode.
Yes, I will. And also next episode, because it's the first of the month, Trisha will be here, friend of show. So
Yes.
make sure you listen to that. Self-defense, putting yourself first. My crazy story with my ex, which Trisha gave me concrete things to do for next time. And yeah, I'm excited for that. Anything else? Anything else?
No, it's just a really good episode. If that is the one episode you send to a friend, send it to
Yes.
a friend.
Send it,
Do it
send it,
like
send
the
it.
old like spam text, like send this to 10 friends or you die, like
Yes.
whatever that
Yes.
fucking thing was. Send it to 10 friends to
But
save
really,
a
you
friend.
die.
To save a friend, to
Save
save
a
a
friend.
friend because it's so helpful and the way that Trisha just empowers women in the same light that we do. Like we are all about that here. So,
Yes.
it's a really good one.
Yeah. Agreed. Only thing I'm gonna leave you with, my first round of the 6-week summer starter program has closed. The second round, we're doing around in July. I'm already taking down payments for that. I have a few spots taken already. I'm only taking 10 women, so message me on the gram starter and we'll talk about that. But it's newest program I came out with. I'm super freaking excited about it, especially because I'm tired of women using the old crappy extreme methods they use come summer because you're like, ah, it's summer. What do I do? We're not going to do that crap. We're going to set you up with something realistic. So message me starter. Allie, anything?
I by the time this comes out, my a 7-day free challenge on Track Forever will have just ended. But if you message me on Track, I will give you access to it because once this round is over, it is going to be a paid challenge. So,
Ooh.
because it has been incredible, the results that the women are getting inside of it and the messages that I keep getting from it are just really they make me so fulfilled because I know what it is like to feel so overwhelmed when the scale is not moving, with not fitting into your clothing. And this summer, the body has been tea. I literally keep trying on old clothes. I keep putting side by sides of myself, and just to live in this moment of I do what I teach my clients. Like, I know that this shit works. And so if you message me on track, you can get access to the challenge as it is still free before the price increase. So yeah.
We love. Thank you guys so much for listening or watching Kind of Hot, Kind of Healthy. Please make sure to subscribe, give us a 5-star review, and share this with your girlfriend who needs to hear this. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, anywhere where you can stream podcasts. Tap the anonymous link below. Give us a wedding tip, a wedding story, your favorite
Ooh,
moment from your
yes.
wedding,
Yes.
something Allie should, a tip that you're like, I wish I did this. Like, I wish I had the officiant move out of the way for the first kiss. That was like my biggest thing. Now I don't even look at that picture. It's burned. Anyway, tap the link below. Bye.